a few things up. Just to clear a few things up so that people can relax a little bit. Now, the first thing about ONPASSIVE you need to know is it is a fully legal company. It was first registered all the way back in November of 2018 in Orlando, Florida as an SSL company. And subsequently, it has been registered in January of this year in Hyderabad, India as a limited company. This gives us the legal right to operate online anywhere on the globe. At the moment, we're in around 220 different countries. So we are completely legal, above board. And just as a little side note as well, the onpassive.com domain name has been registered for 10 years. So we are committed for longevity in this company. And this presentation I'm going to do for you now is for the founder's position. A couple of other things as well is this open to anybody and everybody? It most certainly is. You do not have to have any qualifications. You do not have to know anything about the internet. You do not have to know anything at all. All you have to do is to join us as a founder. And as the saying goes, if you are in, you will win. It's as simple as that. So we do hope that you enjoy this presentation, and I will go through it bit by bit, and hopefully I will be able to answer all your questions and let you know what ONPASSIVE is all about. If there is any questions, as Pete said at the end, you can either pop them in that chat area, or you can actually come on live and ask your question, and one of the panel here will be more than happy to answer your questions. We are not hiding anything here at all. We are completely open. We are not pressurizing anybody to do anything here. What we are doing is presenting you the facts of ONPASSIVE, and we hope you make a right decision to join us on this journey. Okay, so let's get started then. So what exactly are we going to learn here in this webinar? We're going to learn what ONPASSIVE is, the person who's in charge, the guy who's behind it, who came up with the idea of ONPASSIVE. We're going to look at the ONPASSIVE products and services and why we actually do need these products and services online right now. We'll have a quick look at the current opportunity that you might have seen already, what the benefits of this founder's opportunity are, and why it is going to be so special and different for you out there. So what exactly is ONPASSIVE? Well, for a start, it is a very real business. And when I mean very real, I mean, it is a bricks and mortar asset company. We have two buildings now. We've got our main office in Orlando, Florida, where our CEO and a few staff are there. But our main office is in a place called Hyderabad, India. This is the high-tech city of India, and it's where all of the best tech and IT guys are from. Many companies have got a presence in Hyderabad already. The likes of Google, Amazon, Microsoft, just to name a few, all have premises in Hyderabad, India. That building on the left-hand side you see there, we took this over at the back end of last year, and we've got a 10-year lease on this building. It now houses around about 500 plus staff, everything we need to have an online presence. That's from support staff to developers, technicians, and all the people in between, everything we need to be able to develop our products and services. We are an informational technology business that has artificial intelligence at its core. Every single one of our products is digital. They are in high demand, and they are viable business. They are viable products and services that everybody is using now. Around about 4.5 billion people use a similar product and service to ONPASSIVE at the moment. And we are a complete digital online business solution. Here you see a few pictures of our offices. That big one on the right-hand side is our office in Hyderabad. It's 6 stories. It's been completely refurbished. You can actually go onto Google Maps, onto the satellite section. You put in ONPASSIVE Hyderabad, and you can zoom in to Hyderabad city and have a look at it yourself. That's a little picture of what it looks like at night time. And as you can see, it's been completely refurbed to a very, very high standard. A little bit of a map there as well of what ONPASSIVE Hyderabad looks like. So then, who is the person behind ONPASSIVE? Our CEO and founder is a guy called Ash Mufarah. He's a family man with wife and kids, and he's got, in his own right, 20 years of online business experience. He's been extremely successful to the tune of millions of dollars in his own right. And he has also been extremely successful for many, many companies online. But one of the things that he found was, even though he's extremely good at marketing and driving traffic to companies and recruiting people into businesses, he was never able to replicate what he could do to other people. So it's no good him being very good at it, but if he brings somebody in and they can't do it, that's, in his eyes, just not fair. So he thought there must be a fairer system for all of us to succeed and to earn a passive income online. And we've all been looking for it, guys, in one way, shape or form. And many of us have tried many other projects online. None of them have been successful. This project of ONPASSIVE has been in the making now for 3 years, and it is almost time to launch this baby to the internet. So he went around looking for a company that would facilitate his needs as far as ONPASSIVE is concerned. He couldn't find one. And with the help of his wife, his family and personal friends, they gave him the backing to say, come on, let's do it ourselves. Let's produce a company that gives every single person a level playing field to make that residual income that we are all craving without being ripped off, without losing money, with a company that is legal and legitimate. We have got viable products that are in high demand right now, and everything is in place. So before he started to put ONPASSIVE together, he went back to college, got himself a Master of Technology, and also attended Harvard specifically to learn about online business creation. And back in July of 2018, ONPASSIVE was born. So before we get into the products and services of ONPASSIVE, let's go through a few things about what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you if you are a founder. Now, this opportunity, like I said, is for absolutely everybody, whatever that level of financial future that you want to have, whatever that money level that you want to earn passively through ONPASSIVE, it is all attainable. There is no recruiting or converting of leads, because we are physically going to be paying ONPASSIVE to do all that for us. Everybody hates recruiting. We've all been there. We don't like approaching our friends and our families and people like that. Some of us have been involved with other things as well, and we get that look. We get the raised eyebrows. Not another one of those online things. All of these words. This is why nobody likes recruiting. With ONPASSIVE, they will recruit for us and they will convert our leads for us without us having to do anything. They'll also guarantee traffic to our business website and domain names. I'll get into that just in a little moment. Not only is it traffic, but it's also a thing called targeted traffic. And I'll get into that as well in a minute. It is completely self-funding. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never been involved with a business that is able to say it is completely self-funding. With ONPASSIVE, you only pay twice out of pocket. Once to become a founder, which is this opportunity, which I'm sharing with you today, this is going to cost you $97 US. And the second out of pocket payment is when we launch to the world and you have to activate your account. And at the moment, this is around about $250 US, up or down a little bit. So that is the two payments that you will make out of pocket. After that, the business is completely self-funding. And the reason it's completely self-funding is because all the subsequent payments, month in, month out, will be coming from the commissions generated by the company from customers who are buying the products and services of ONPASSIVE that are placed underneath you. This opportunity right now is for founders to join us on this journey. When we launch to the world, we are a customer-based business, and this is how we generate our income from customers buying our digital products and services. Everything is going to be done for you. Every imaginable tool for your success, easily accessible in one place. We have no copycat or recycled tech, because every single one of those people that I mentioned in Hyderabad, India, have built from the ground up, proprietary, only for ONPASSIVE, all our products and services. They are at the moment in high demand. There is similar products and services out there at the moment that people are paying month in, month out, to the tune of 4.4 billion people are using a similar product and service to ONPASSIVE. And the best of all of this is it's going to be at the lowest price anywhere on the globe. So before we get into the competition, let's have a look at some of the products and services that ONPASSIVE are going to have for you and customers around the globe. Here are 20. Now, at any time when you want to, you can go over to onpassive.com and you can have a look at all of these. You can go into each one individually. You can go to the frequently asked questions and you can find out what each one of these products and services is going to do, not only for you as a founder, but also for the customers. As a founder, you will have access to every single product and service within the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. If you're a customer, you will pay individually for these products and services. But as a founder, for that $250 US, you get access to every single one of these. So one of them on the top left-hand side there is Academy. This is our e-learning center. The closest example I can give to you for the people from the UK is Open University. It's been around for a long, long time. This is where people go to learn about courses or anything like that. Academy is going to be very, very similar. We are going to have hundreds and thousands, if not millions, of colleges, schools, universities coming to Academy to put their courses online so that anybody around the world can access them. And when you combine that with OConnect, which is our multimedia platform, a bit like Zoom, this is going to completely blow you away. With OConnect, it's going to be easy accessible. Everybody is going to love the 3D content that will be there. It has drag and drop capabilities. So with Zoom at the moment, you can't drag anything across onto the main screen without losing the main screen. With OConnect, if you want a chalkboard across the front, you just drag it in. You can do whatever you want to do on there. You can bring a chat box onto the front of there, all the rest of it. But the one thing that is going to completely revolutionize Academy and OConnect together as a teaching platform is that in real time, you will be able to teach to anybody in the world in any language. It automatically translates live to 57 different languages. Just imagine you being able to teach people from around the world in your mother tongue and them understand in 57 different languages live as you are doing it. It has never been done before online anywhere. Zoom, Aweber, My Connect, and all the rest of them have not got this capability. We have got this capability because we have built it from the ground up using artificial intelligence that is integrated into our products and services. And just one more, staff on top right-hand side. This is our HR module. Within that, you'll have clocking in, clocking out, tax returns, VAT returns, accounting, and lots more that will all be there in one place for small, medium, and large businesses. ONPASSIVE, like I said, will have everything for anybody that is looking or working online now. Now, there is some big names we will be taking market share from, and they are huge multi-billion-dollar companies. The likes of Gmail, Zoom, Google, ClickFunnels, GoDaddy, just to mention a few. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I use all these right now. I use Facebook and YouTube and all these as well, but I don't pay a penny for them. But think to yourself, why are they multi-billion-dollar companies right now? I'll give you an example. Last fiscal year, that's 2020, Google netted, so not even turned over, netted $181 billion, and 141 billion of those dollars came through advertising. Every single one of these companies monetize their products and services. OnPassive will be no different. We will be monetizing our products and services. There will be free parts to it, but also you will be paying to use the products and services. As a founder, I've just mentioned that we all pay $250 to use all of the products and services. But as a customer, which is going to be our main business when we launch to the world, they will be paying individually to use our products and service. The company OnPassive have a Zoom room with a capacity of 20,000 people. That costs them over $8,000. We are going to be giving this to companies for a lot fraction of that money. And it is going to be unlimited, from one person to 100,000 people for the same price. There is no upgrade or anything like that. Customers are going to use us for many reasons. One of them, it's going to be easier to use, it's going to be easy shareable, and it's going to make their life different. It's going to make their life easier. But one of the main reasons is because we are going to pay you, the founder, to use our products and services. Then I have never ever heard of another company that says we will pay you to use our products and services. So I can't remember the time I searched anything on Google and they paid me to search something. I can't remember the last time I sent an email and Gmail paid me to send an email. I can't remember the last time I renewed my domain name and GoDaddy paid me to do it. With OnPassive, we will physically be paying the founders to use our products and services. It is an amazing concept, and that is because the customers will be buying our products and services. It is completely unheard of. So one of the things I talked to you about was traffic and targeted traffic. Now, before I get into how we're going to do this, I'm just going to explain to you a little bit about traffic and what it actually is. Now, I'm going to use the example of what Charles Song uses, one of our great leaders in OnPassive. Now, he always uses the analogy to explain what traffic is by using a restaurant. Now, we can all get our heads around restaurants. We know what they are. So we've got two restaurants, exactly the same menu, they look the same decor, same chefs, exactly the same. The difference is one is in a busy shopping area and the other one is hidden around a back street. Now, which one is going to do better? Well, it stands to reason that the one in the shopping centre is going to do far better than the one round the corner because it has people passing it all day. That is traffic. Okay, the only way the other person round the corner will survive is by advertising to get that traffic to come to them. This is exactly what OnPassive is going to do. And we're going to use a thing called targeted traffic. This means when anybody is actively looking for one of the OnPassive products and services, they will target that person with one of our with our products or service, and they will have that person will be more likely to click on that link to have a look at our products. Once they have a look at it, once they look into how good it is, then there is a high probability that they will then go on to buy our products and services. Now, we are going to, this is OnPassive, market your domain name and website for you. Every single founder will have built for you by OnPassive a website that changes every day, that has one of the products and services of OnPassive. OnPassive will market this and target people who are actively looking for the products and services. If they click on your link, guess what happens? They then fall into your customer base. If they go on to buy one of the products and services of OnPassive, you then get a commission from that. It is unbelievable. And you do not have to do anything to get that commission because the company are going to do it all for you because we are paying the company to do it. We're going to have all the normal forms of advertising. online, offline, TV, newspapers, banners, etc. But one of the ways we're going to do is we're going to have video marketing. Everybody loves a visual. This is why we're using slides now, so people can read whilst I'm talking in the background. But video marketing is the new way of marketing. We're going to have broadcastable quality videos, all in HD, with intelligent video formats that are super friendly interface, are going to be easy to share, and we're going to prioritize target audience because we're going to target people who are actively looking for our products and services. It is going to be fantastic. So let's just rewind there and recap exactly so far what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you as a founder. It is a fund solution for any cause. This means once you have paid for ONPASSIVE, okay, you will have immediate access to your funds. You'll be able to withdraw it on a daily basis. There is no qualification periods. You don't have to wait till Fridays, once a month, targets, anything like that. If you have funds in your wallet, you will be able to withdraw them either to your bank account in cryptocurrency and other forms as well, depending on your country. All the top marketing automation is going to be done for you, hands-free. You do not even have to touch it, know about anything, or know anything about the internet or anything, because it's all done for you. The company are also going to guarantee visitors and signups to your domain name and web pages using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom, plus a lot more. Richard Branson once said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not so sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it later. This is so true, guys. You do not have to know everything about ONPASSIVE to make an educated decision to join us on this journey. But one thing you do have to do is to get in. You have to be a founder, because the founder's position will finish when we launch to the world. We don't know when that's going to be, but one thing we do know when it's going to be is this year, 2021. So the time frame of getting in as a founder is closing every single day. Not only that, you also get a lot more benefit to becoming a founder earlier on as well. And I'll go into that a little bit in a moment. So you should really seize the opportunity, guys, whilst you can. Okay, get in and then learn how you go. The new business model that we're offering you here will provide platforms to those with businesses, okay, so that they become more successful. Now, if you already have a business, you will have the ability to host it on the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. But there will be a couple of criteria. One of them, it has to be legal, legitimate, and above board. If you pass that criteria, you'll be able to host it on the ecosystem of ONPASSIVE. We're going to have a marketplace there that you'll be able to put your products and services. Plus, ONPASSIVE will drive traffic to your business as well. For those that do not have a business or success online, and there's many of us here right now, ONPASSIVE is going to provide a plug and play system that will guarantee your success. I've never come across a company that has come out with that statement before. I've never heard a company that is saying, we will guarantee your online success. With ONPASSIVE, if you join us as a founder, we will guarantee your success online, because we are going to guarantee you having traffic to your business. We are going to guarantee you having customers to your business, and we're going to guarantee that you will have a residual income from the commissions from the customers buying our products and services. And they're going to do this by seeking us to help attain our abundance by using artificial intelligence. So let's have a quicker look at the old system online that you're probably used to and why we are so different. Most things online and offline are based on competition and conflict. We've all been there. You have salesman of the week, you have targets you've got to hit before you can earn any money or bonuses. And all this does is make people feel really bad about going to work. They hate the competition. Okay, but it's a necessity because they have to go there for the money. Nobody likes it. 97% of stuff online become a scam. We've all been there. We hate it. We wake up in the morning hoping that company's still going to be there. It hasn't run off with our money, or we're normally asked to end up paying for something else we don't want there. The gurus, they say, if you pay for this week or this next month, you can have this, so you pay again. Then they come out next month saying, oh, if you just get this bit, then you'll be able to get this. It turns into an absolute money pit that you end up walking away from because you physically can't afford to stay there because you've made no money. Most things require selling or recruiting. Tools are normally obtained separately. There's never any guarantees. They pick marketers against each other. And unfortunately, the compensation plans are normally based on your own efforts. With ONPASSIVE, it's completely different. Everything is based on a mutual benefit. This means the more that I help you, the more that you succeed, but above all, the more that the company succeeds. Collectively, we are far more powerful and bigger together. We all succeed collectively. It is a real business. I showed you our offices. I've told you when we were registered. You can view this online at any point. We have real, tangible products and services that are in high demand right now, to the tune of 4.4 billion people using them right now. We have real people that have designed them. Our support staff are real people. If you send them a support ticket, they will reply to you. And in the future, when we launch to the world, you'll be able to ring them in your own country and in your own language. It is completely self-funding. Once you have paid twice out of pocket, we will pay you to use our products and services as a founder. All the marketing, you do not have to market or sell anything or recruit, because the company are going to do it all for us. You will have every tool needed for your success included in that price of $250 US. It also comes with an amazing 30-day money-back guarantee. You can pay to become a founder and activate your account with a Visa or MasterCard. And if you don't believe me what I've said there, then you are protected by the Visa and MasterCard guarantee. Every tool is included in this one low price. Marketers only compete against themselves. Nobody will tell you what you have to do. You do not have to do anything. But if you want to market this business, you can do. It's as simple as that. And the best of it all is, guys, it will come with a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan that is proprietary and only for ONPASSIVE, that you will find out about when you become a founder. Now, Ash Mufareh said everybody in the near future will use something from ONPASSIVE. Whether they come for the money or the tools, the benefits, the connections or communications, they will have a reason to come to ONPASSIVE. Those 4.4 billion people right now using one of the products and services will have a reason to come to ONPASSIVE. Guys, we all have residual bills. So why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? So how are we going to do it? We're going to do it by using artificial intelligence. This is the key to what we are doing here. Every single one of our tools, products and services can be used individually or collectively. No company has ever brought this amount of products and services together under one roof for one price that can be used collectively, integrated, or individual. The only other company that has ever done anything similar is a company called Microsoft. Now, back in the day, 20 odd years ago, when Microsoft came on the scene, what they did was they brought Lotus 123 spreadsheets and Word Perfect all together into one place, and they called it Microsoft Office. We are giving you the opportunity now to join us as a founder in the new mega giant on internet company that is going to revolutionize the way that people use products and services online. Microsoft did it back in the day. Look how big they are now. You would jump at the chance to be offered a founder's position in Microsoft. We all would. We are giving you the same opportunity now to become part of ONPASSIVE. And we are going to do it all using artificial intelligence. So let's just recap before I finish. Our business is going to do for you as a founder. It's going to build your team and grow your business by using unlimited rotators that change daily, fresh websites, destination pages. They are going to automatically send traffic to these sites, seamlessly reviewing the customers, converting them, and then joining them under you, all done by using artificial intelligence without you having to lift a finger. You don't have to know how it works. All you have to know is that it does work and you earn a residual income from it. Now, the growth of ONPASSIVE has been unprecedented over the last 3 years. I've never seen a company grow like this ever before on the internet. We started in July of 2018, and by January of 2019, we were at 10,000 founders. Let's leapfrog forward one whole year to January of 2020, when we're at 56,000 founders. So we grew by 46,000 founders in 1 year. No mean feat for a company that has not launched. Let's leapfrog forward another 6 months to the June and we were at 90,000. So we've just done in 6 months what we did in a whole year previously. Now let's go forward 3 months to September. We've just done in 3 months what we've done in 6 months. And then we hit September of 2020 and things started going absolutely crazy. We started bringing in between 2,000 and 3,000 founders every single day. And this has continued and continued to the tune of now today, we are 786,500 founders. The reason we have grown so quickly, so massively before we have launched is because people can see the vision. They can see what we are trying to do and they do not want to miss out. Guys, the early bird catches the worm. Before we go on to the next slide, let me just say something to you. The richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, has just gone to space, okay? In his arrogance, he thanked the whole of the Amazon workers and customers for allowing him to do that, for paying him to do that. He doesn't want to give any of his money away. That's why he's the richest man in the world. He wants to keep all his money. But here is a very interesting fact. Over 18 years since its inception, 40,000 millionaires have been produced from Amazon. Just think about that. Now think about this. We have a CEO and he wants us to be successful. He wants us to earn a residual income. How many millions of millionaires do you think ONPASSIVE will produce in the future? It is going to be unprecedented and it's going to be something that the internet has never seen before. So this next slide then has a picture of a unicorn on the left-hand side there. This is to show what a unicorn company is. Now, for those that don't know what a unicorn company is, it is a company that within its first 10 years has a turnover of $1 billion. And there's loads of them, to be honest. Nearly every big name that you can think of online is a unicorn company. Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, YouTube, to name a few, are all multi-billion-dollar companies. ONPASSIVE not only will be a multi-billion dollars within its 10 years, it will be a multi-billion-dollar company within its first year. And not only that, it will be a multi-billion-dollar company within the first month. No company online or offline has ever done this. We are going to break so many records within ONPASSIVE. The world is going to be shocked. So what are you going to get as a founder? You are going to get exclusive access to our founders back office. Within this founders back office, you're going to have bespoke links that will have your name on and lots of information that you can share with people if you want to. Remember, guys, you don't have to, because it is 100% automated. You don't have to do anything. But if you are inclined to want to share this opportunity with other people, there is tangible reasons to do that. You'll also have early access to be able to beta test and use the products and services of ONPASSIVE before they are launched to the world. The best of all as well is you'll get priority positioning when you join within the company payment system. And this is completely separate to your own endeavors. You'll also be a member of the inner circle, where we will be to test ideas during a round table and give feedback to what we thought of these products and services before they are launched to the world, plus a lot more. So let's just recap before I finish. ONPASSIVE is going to do for you. It's going to automatically, on autopilot, advertise for you, get leads, sign-ups. It's going to recruit for you. It's going to build your team for you. And this is for this or any other business opportunity. Everything is going to be done on autopilot using our massive online ecosystem that we call ONPASSIVE. It is a fantastic opportunity that we hope you enjoy, that we hope you join with us. And remember, guys, it all comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's it for this presentation, guys. The last thing I'm going to leave with you before I hand it back over is this. Your decision today will impact yourself and family in 2 years' time. Whatever you decide to do today has an impact of people around you in 2 years. Just imagine in 2 years' time being a part of a multi-billion-dollar online business that you are a founder of. This is the opportunity that you have been waiting for. We sincerely hope you make that $97 decision and join us as a founder. Please get back to the person who has invited you here today to not only get that registration link, but also any more information. If you've got any questions at all, the rest of the team here will go through the chat or raise your hand, and they will then answer any of your questions. Thanks very much, and bye for now.
Okay, Andy, I'll pass it back over to you, and I'll sort slides out. Okay.
Okay, well, we've got a couple of people with their hands up. So Salome Katimbo, if you'd like to unmute yourself and lower your hand and ask your question, please. Are you there? Okay, well, we'll come back to you. Lawrence, if you'd like to lower your hand and unmute yourself and ask your question then, please. Are you with us? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Lawrence. Fire away, sir.
I'm fine, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, the entire house. Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Lawrence. It's a pleasure to be in the house tonight, or rather, yes, to partake of the Zoom meeting. I don't know the time margin in other places. It's actually a fantastic presentation, so captivating, and I'm impressed. We are privileged to get informed about what is happening, this disruptive technology that has come on board, and the privilege to be part of what ONPASSIVE is out to do. Now, I want to know how easy will it be if an individual, if a single individual has multiple accounts to the tune of 100, let me say 100 of them, and then you are going to take charge of those accounts. Will it be very easy to harness all of those things under you and manage it, or is going to be cumbersome, and at the end of the day, you are going to lose some of them as a result of inability to manage them? I don't know. I just want to have a clarification on how easy it's going to be.
There's two ways of looking at this. Obviously, if you've got 100 accounts, you need to activate them once we go live. So each account will have a $250 fee roughly to activate. Now, we're put on a rotator, and we don't know exactly how many clients we're likely to get. But in the first month, it's unlikely for us not to get 3 customers on board. And once you've got your 3 customers on board, then that monthly cost is covered. So So from that point of view, you've paid it once, but bearing in mind if you've got 100, that's $25,000 that you've got to find. The other thing you've got to take into consideration is every time you log on to one of those accounts, it will send an email to the email address that you want to log on from, and then give you a password. So it is going to be rather cumbersome if you've got 100 accounts that you're managing for others. Does that make sense?
It does, yes. It actually makes sense. Now, in terms of linking those accounts, supposing you are in charge of this certain number of accounts and you link them up, is it possible that they could be automated in such a manner that the income from the accounts will be linked to one of the accounts and they will automatically be transferred to such, so that you wouldn't have to all the while be visiting all of the account to get the income that's been generated from them?
Yeah, so when they go live and you activate the accounts, you activate your wallet because you're going to have to give a copy of your passport, etc. So all of those accounts can be linked to one wallet or one bank account. So yeah, all of the money would go into that one account from those 100.
I'm just going to say something as well on that as well, Lawrence, that you need to be aware of. If you're managing somebody else's account, okay, and you are having the funds going into your own bank account from the accounts that you are managing for somebody else, unfortunately, you will be liable for that tax. So bear in mind that even though you are looking after somebody else's accounts, once that money from the other accounts hits your bank account, then you had to declare that as an earning, even though you're looking after somebody else's account. So my advice to you was, if you are looking after somebody else's account, then that money should go to that person's bank account, not yours. If they're all your own accounts, okay, then you can put it all into your own bank account. It's not a problem. But if you are looking after somebody else's, I would advise, and I'm not a financial advisor, by the way, but I would advise to make sure it goes into their account and not yours.
Okay. Lastly, I know that several of us, we are really thrilled by this amazing opportunity. But at the same time, we are not so computer and internet literate. Our level of literacy when it gets to usage of some of those products is limited, if not completely zero. I don't know. We're talking about activation of certain things.
You're not the only one.
Yes, talking about activation of stuff and doing certain kind of procedures and all of that. Now, I don't really know how the company is going to help, and those of us that are not so literate, so knowledgeable on how to use or operate some of those devices, or maneuver our way through the system. How is the company going to help us to set up our wallets and do the rest of the other stuff, without having some friction or difficulty?
There's something else to consider, Lawrence, something else to consider. Obviously, in the process at the moment, the company is producing some really good, short, simple tutorial videos that we can all watch, because obviously we've all got to learn how to do the products, our wallets and everything else. But bear this in mind. I think one of your early questions was, what I was picking up was, how is the company going to cope with, say, someone like, if you got 100 founder positions yourself. And if you bear this in mind, when Google started, Google had 46 staff. And look at them today. We're actually started with hundreds of staff and highly trained staff at that. So there isn't really going to be a problem. That on top of the artificial intelligence of how to run your business centers, and for everyone's literally found a position around the world. So, you know, it's all taken care of us. And that's the good thing with it. It's done for us.
Can I just add as well, obviously, once we go into the soft launch as well, we're going to have a new back office called OFounders. There's going to be a lot of information available in there that's going to help you as well. So, you know, you're not going to go into this when ONPASSIVE goes live. There's going to be a lot of information available to help you, obviously, set your account up properly, And as Paul has just said, there's going to be, you know, the support staff that we've got. You know, we've got over 600 now. So, you know, you've got, you can have a lot of information available to help you set yourself up properly.
Okay. Lastly, sorry for taking much of the time. You have made an invitation. Supposing I have made an invitation and I got somebody into the system. He registered through me, and then after a while, he runs out of patience. He felt something would have actualized on now, and then he's mounting pressure. The time, if you are going to get the account, he has used his details, particularly the email. Now, I don't know. There's somebody who is willing to buy the account over, but then the email is the other person's email, the person who registered initially interested, because it has not fruits at the time he anticipated it. Now, how do we go about fixing that kind of a scenario? Somebody else is willing to take over the account and wait the public launch, but the account was initially somebody else's own. Now, how do we handle such a thing since changed?
Right. Has this person registered and paid, and then
They have
subsequently
registered and paid and have signed the NDA and all of that? That's
it certainly makes it more difficult. Why doesn't he just want his money back then?
Yeah, you know, I don't really know, but it's like his mindset was maybe after a month or two, and something will start coming in, and then he keep hearing that launching is going to come up in a short while, and some of us told him that this is worthwhile, is an opportunity. We should we should wait for it. That everything has been done for us. There are hitches, there are so many things that have come on board within the time that the company projected, and boy, it's still worth the while. We should all wait for it. Boy,
Okay,
completely.
I think one of the things that Charles mentions in one of his videos, Charles Asong is an IT specialist, has got 30 years experience in IT. One of the points he raised, which a lot of us focused on, was that to build one product, that, bearing in mind ONPASSIVE is building 50. So to build one product using artificial intelligence, it takes over 1 million lines of code. That would take an individual person 126 years to complete. So we've got staff working around the clock. So there are no delays here. At the end of the day, what we want to do is to make sure, what Ash wants to do is to make sure that the products are perfect before he releases them to the world. If you look at Microsoft, and I think you should tell your friend this, if you look at Microsoft brought out Windows 10 and Windows 11, etc. And each time they bring out a new product, it's not tested. So they end up sending bug fixes out on a regular basis and constant updates as to what's, you know, changes that need to be made to the products, because they're just not right, they're just not ready. But you've got no other choice, because there's no other platform other than Apple to utilize. So you know, he's kind of collared the market and brought out this product that doesn't do what it says on the tin. What Ash wants to do is to bring out products that do exactly what they say on the tin. And if that takes a little longer, hey, I have no problem with that. And if your friend can't see that or can't understand that, you need to send him along to the Q&A on a Monday so that he can ask his questions to the panel for the founders.
Is all right. Okay.
I just add to that as well. Obviously, if he's just sitting on the fence and, you know, questioning obviously the time it's taking, he's not on his own. We all know there's obviously a lot of founders out there who are waiting. They're waiting for it to happen. If he's got his back office and he's actually paid his fee and he's got his back office, and then obviously once we go into the soft launch or into launch, he's got a time limit when he's, you know, he's got to pay. He's got to pay for, obviously, for the package to be part of the ONPASSIVE business. He'll have time, so he'll see in the back of his office.
Sorry.
Okay, you will see in the back office collectively how much see it there. So over a period of time, within that time period it's got to pay, you can see there's going to be an income obviously developed. So it would be his choice really to obviously, and in his interest, to pay the fee, to obviously get the income from it. That's all I can really say really. I don't know if anybody else, Neil, do you want to add anything to that or?
Yeah, I think that's. I think to be honest, that's the whole point of soft launch really. And once you've set up your account, of course, it's done then, isn't it? Even if it takes a week or two. But I mean, at the end of the day, with the whole, it is a process, isn't it? Yeah. Unless you're in on the inside and working on the products, and you've got all these little targets and timelines to work to. We're in a position we can just sit and wait. Obviously, many of us are doing a little bit of a pre-build in terms of the customer base. Other than that, if your colleague there is sitting and waiting and being patient, that's all he can do. But he's better off sticking with it rather than being a little bit impulsive and maybe deciding against going forward and maybe asking for a refund. He's better off sticking with it, really. And
it's cost him $97.
Correct.
It's not going to cost him anything more until we activate, until we actually launch.
Yes.
So if he could afford to pay the $97 in the first place, why would he give it up now? That's stupid.
Yes. Yeah. It's not going to cost him any more if it launches in 4 weeks' time or it launches in 4 months' time. It's one of those where. It's ready when it's ready. It's a moving target, isn't it?
Wait and see. It's a wait and see.
It's all right. I think the suggestion to get him attend the Monday Q&A, I will give it a try and see how much is going to help put him through over some of the things. Maybe for the time he join and then listen to the international leaders, he might be more convinced. Definitely. And stuff like that. And because for me as an individual, I am ready to wait even to year 2024 or even beyond that limit, because to me it's a rare opportunity and I am willing to stick and wait and pray that the company will by and large be able to bring it to pass. And so for me as a person, I have no issue with them. And if there was alternative that I can get we can pay him off and then get the mail. The problem is the challenge of his own mail being attached. We wouldn't have brought the matter to the panel. Would have just paid him the money. They are willing hands to pay and then let him go. Just the difficulty of how to sort it out since the email is personal to him.
It's certainly more difficult when the email is personal to him, and he hasn't set one up specifically. So yeah, but as we've said, best thing to do is to bring him along on the Monday, the Q&A session for the founders, and then get him to ask his question, and hopefully he'll get a good enough response for him to be able to make an informed decision rather than to make a rash decision on a whim at the moment. Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. That is all for now.
No problem. Salome, you've been waiting a while. Can I ask you to unmute and ask your question? Salome? No? Okay, Rosemary, can I ask you to lower your hand and unmute yourself and ask your question? And then I've got one from the chat.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
My question is this. They said that we are going to pay $250 to activate our account. That is a subscription. So I'm asking this question. Are we going to be paying the $250 every month? Though they said the company is going to be collecting it for our profit. So I'm just asking, are we going to be paying, is it $250 we are going to be paying every month, or is going to increase? So that's my question. Thank you.
Paddy, do you want to answer this one?
Yeah, hi. You pay once out of pocket and that's it. And you're right, the company does go to work for you but you are paying the company to do all the heavy lifting. The AI, with them using the AI, so we have nothing to do. We don't have to do anything. This is what we're paying on passive for, so we don't have to go and market and advertise and do all them things and get customers. They do the whole thing for us. So obviously there's a fee for that. You know what I mean? But as I say, you only pay once and out of pocket, and don't worry about it. You listen, you'll never even miss it. You know what I mean? You'll never miss it.
I think one of the keys that you might like to take into account, Rosemary, is that Ash expects that we should take on somewhere in the region of 100 million customers in our first year. We're 780 odd thousand founders. We're still less than 1%. So in other words, if the company hasn't found 3 customers for you in the first month, I'll eat my hat. And as Ash has already said, 3 and it's free.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Rosemary. I think as well, if I understood another part of your question, you asked as to whether the monthly fee would change from one month to the next, or would it be the same?
Yeah.
Well, no, I think obviously the monthly fee hasn't been set yet, but our understanding is that once it has been set, that's the monthly subscription for the whole package.
Okay. No problem. Thank you very much.
I'll just add as well into that as well. Don't forget, obviously, when we launch, we as founders will benefit from obviously the work that we've actually put in today. So, you know, you don't know how many people that you've got in your team. I mean, if you're a new founder who's joining today, okay, obviously as time goes on, there's new people joining, and so once we obviously go live, you could have more than 3 in your team before we even launch. You just don't know it yet. So it's as Andy just said, you know, we haven't even touched the market really.
Does that help, Rosemary?
I'm okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, brilliant. All right,
Yeah,
I've got one from the chat that says, what sort of residual income is expected as a founder? Anyone like to take that, or shall I have a go?
You can have a go. I'll have a go as well after you.
Okay. All right. As Ash has mentioned, 3 and it's free. So let's take an example, and this is purely an example at this stage. So you got 250 is the cost. So roughly $80 or $85 for each of those 3 direct. They go to work and they do a rotator. So we're a part of a rotator, and whether we get 3 or 0 or 5 in every month, as I said, for the first 9 months a year, we're going to have a massive influx of customers. So they're just going to keep coming and coming and coming. But let's say it's 3 each time as an assumption, and let's say that every rotation takes 3 months. That's 4 rotations. So you've got 3 plus you 1 plus me, that's 4, times that by 4, times that by 4, times that by 4. At the end of the year, you'd have 256 people in your team, in your group. And at that point, there's part of it that are direct to you, and the rest fall within your group. Now, those within the group pay a little bit less, a little bit less, a little bit less as they go down through the levels. But we've heard a number of different figures being bandied about, but I'm going to be totally conservative here and say if you've got 256 in your group, if you haven't got a residual income that's then growing of $2,000 or more, I would be exceedingly surprised. Some of the figures bandied about are considerably higher than that. We still don't know the compensation plan. But if you were to do a little bit of work yourself and encourage others by sharing this opportunity, you could start with a team of 10, including yourself. So instead of the 1, you've got 10. And if you do the math, that's considerably more than 1,000 at the end of the first year. So now your team, instead of 256, is over 1,000, 4 times the size. That's 8,000 a month. If I'm being conservative here. So a residual income is only going to grow. It will never drop. Ash has been amazing in the way he's put this together, from the point of view that when clients or customers are paying for products, great, they can leave. But when they're being paid to use a product, when do you think they're going to leave? They're not. So this income is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. And this is why it's a legacy that we're going to be able to pass on to our kids and grandkids. Add to that, Paul.
I can never do an explanation as good as you. However, we get that asked all the time, and it's a little bit like giving someone a haircut over the telephone. You can't give a haircut over the telephone, but people say, what do you think I'm going to earn? Because the reality, what they're really doing in their own mind is they're dreaming about the lottery they've just won. Because that's what ONPASSIVE is. It's a guaranteed winning ticket. And if a lot of us have been doing marketing in the past for many, many years, things like network marketing and MLM, what we've had to do in the past is try and find good leaders that are here today. If you just look at this one meeting, there's people from Finland, America, Canada, all over the place here today. And this is just one meeting going on at one time of today. So picture all these people, which is going to happen in your business. All of these people in various countries are going to be placed in your business as customers, and they're customers forevermore. And when I started, it was something around the 60,000 founder mark, and now we're touching nearly 800,000. So when people say to me, yeah, but it's taken a little bit long, Paul, to start, I said, it really doesn't matter how long it takes to start, because the reality is when it does start, we're on an instant pay rise that we've never seen before in our lives. And a lot of us have actually made 6-figure incomes before. And that was a wow, to get from where I used to earn 10,000 a year all the time to jump to 6 figures. It was amazing. But that's going to be so dwarfed by what we're doing here because of what Ash is doing. So, you might have, as Andy said, you might have 3 people in your business, you might have 10. But what Ash is going to do every single day for the money that you're paying out of your commission is he's going to be doing campaigns on your behalf. You'll earn money from that. You will be date and time stamped from when you started now. So anyone that comes in the business after that, you won't get all of them, but a portion of those customers are going to be placed in your business that you're going to get paid on every single time. And we also don't like to step back in time. We love technology. And so therefore, we want to keep up to date with what's going on. So that's why people change their mobile phones every year. You haven't got the same phone probably that you had 3 or 4 years ago. You've got a new one. You haven't got the same car. You've got a new one. So with all of these new products coming out, the people in your close friends and family that haven't joined you in ONPASSIVE yet, trust me, they're going to join you because they're going to want to be using the same video system that you're using and say, well, just come and try this. Have a look at this. And if you like it, become a member. So we're so focused on what the company is going to do product-wise, we're forgetting that some of the first customers we're going to get are actually our family and friends. So there's so many different ways of levels of income that's going to jump quite quickly. But whatever we get, it's going to absolutely dwarf whatever we're doing at the moment in time. And I've actually been approached, and I call it pitched 3 times today by people telling me that they're earning 5,000 a month, they're doing really well, and they believe that they're doing really well. But my answer is compared to what? Not compared to what we're going to experience in ONPASSIVE. And as much as they're trying to get me, that was loud. Sorry, some keys on the table. Sorry for the echo. As much as it's it's going to be a good opportunity, it's going to dwarf anything that's out there. So most people understand and know that they can't get us into another opportunity. It's hard to get someone from ONPASSIVE into something else because of the kind of income potential that we've got, and that's available here that we've never ever seen before. As I said, in networking, we relied on building big teams with leaders. A lot of those people aren't around anymore. This time, we're building large incomes with a customer base of consumers. We've never actually had that. We've always relied on an income from a team. Now we're relying on an income from a consumer who we don't even know. And that's why it's going to be spectacular. So don't worry about making 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 50,000 a month. Just watch and wait. It's going to happen.
Thank you, Paul. Susie, I hope that helped anyway. Susie, you have a question. If you'd like to unmute yourself and lower your hand.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Far away.
Oh, good. Okay. I don't know how to lower my hand. Oh no. I have a question. So I really haven't gotten anybody on my team yet. I've tried so hard. I've tried everything. I did trim ULR. I've done posted on Facebook, Instagram, you name it. I talked to everybody I can about the products, about the company. Marty mentioned that I should go ahead and, you know, maybe try to show them some webinars, you know, and maybe I can get some people on my team. But my question is, will I get people on my team after it launches? I'm not saying will I get people on my team, but won't there be rollover people that go onto our team?
There may well be what's classed as a spillover, but this ties in nicely, if you like, with the question that's actually in the chat. As I said before, we're less than 1% of the first year's customer base, but let's say, for argument's sake, that only half of those people come on board in the first year. We're still less than 2% of the first year's customer base. And realistically, that means that there's going to be a massive influx of customers. Now, we're all on a rotator. So let's say, for argument's sake, there's 1 million of us. And the number's just going to keep growing and growing. So in the first month, there'll be another 3 million customers on board. So then you've got your 3. Yeah. Worst case scenario, Ash has already said that if it takes a little longer for you to activate your account, because there's, you know, you're not getting people coming in for whatever reason, then you're going to have a grace period because you're a founder. There's a difference between a founder and a reseller once we launch, because there will be no more founder positions. But you've paid your $250 to activate the account, and as I said before, if you don't get 3 customers in your first month, I'll eat my hat. There's going to be masses of customers coming on board in the first month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, etc., and it's just going to grow. So again, going back to your previous point about spillover or overflow, depending on when you activated when you registered your account. So let's say, for argument's sake, you registered in January last year. It's possible.
Actually, I registered. I'm so sorry. I registered January this year.
Okay, it's possible, but it's not a guarantee. And those customers, if they fall, or those founders, if they fall within your group, you will get paid for them, but not as a direct. So you won't get, as I said, we use the example again, 250 divided by 3, roughly $80 or $85 each. You're not likely to get 85 because somebody else has brought those people on board and they are direct to those others, but you will get the spillover. So you will have them fall into your team and you will earn a commission from them. It just won't be at that highest level. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I understand. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No worries. I hope that also covered the question from Elami. Hopefully it did. Suresh, would you like to unmute yourself and ask your question? Suresh?
Okay, all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Far away.
Yeah, I'm connecting from Nepal. Actually, I'm far away from the UK.
No problem.
Well, one of the founders. I think I registered in ONPASSIVE a year ago, And now, like, what I'm actually struggling is just like Susie was sharing about herself, I've been struggling to actually get people in my team, and the biggest reason actually I'm actually struggling to get people in is because I don't know, I'm kind of like, I can't even convince those people, and they have the money and they really want to come on it, but they don't just trust it, I'm like, okay, I just, I have the proofs, I've got everything I can show, but it's still people kind of like think something different, and I'm like, it's just $87. Come on, like it's just kind of like, people don't just believe it, and I've got friends who are millionaires actually from Europe and from America as well, and I talk about on those people in Asia and people in everywhere, I've got a lot of friends actually, but I'm hardly, just it's really getting tough for me to convince those people, and I've even lost some friends when I was trying to talk about ONPASSIVE, and I'm really in like kind of tough time. I don't have even one in my team actually. I tried with people from different walks, okay, rich people, poor people, and nobody just kind of seemed to be so interested. Maybe that was something I wasn't able to convince, or I don't know. Paul or anybody, please help me on this. Your suggestion, please.
Yeah,
can I say something?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I say something to Mr. Suresh? I think where you are missing it, because you mentioned a word. You said convincing. ONPASSIVE is not about convincing people, because if you are trying to convince people, they interpret it to be that you want to make money off them, that it is the same MLM. When you are following that path, it's not going to work. I'm being honest with you. You can just be yourself, be truthful with to people, tell them as it is. So don't force them, don't beg them. Whether they join or they don't join, it's none of your business. As long as you are coming and pay and be a go-funder, you are a winner. I can assure you that these people will still come back to you later. So I don't want you to worry about that, oh, you've not got anybody in your team. I don't tell people twice. That is my policy. When I share ONPASSIVE with you and you say no, I tell it as it is. I won't remind you. But I want to tell you, because I never convince, I never beg anybody. 90% of them always come back to me. Victor, that thing you are saying the other day, is it possible? But I said, you don't want to listen to me. Well, if you are interested, let's talk. So, but when you are saying you want to convince them, believe you me, it's not going to work. So change that idea. Just be yourself, be truthful with them, tell them ONPASSIVE, the products, don't tell them they're going to launch tomorrow. Don't tell them they're going to launch in 3 months' time. Just tell them as it is. And I can assure you, you'll start getting results. And when you go when you go on Facebook, don't start putting link. Just don't start putting link that, oh, come on, because they will take it as MLM or networking. So that is just my advice for you. Just be yourself. You are a winner. Thank you.
Yeah, can I add something there? You know what, I actually tried, but people kind of laugh at that. It's just $87 and you're gonna be a founder. Is it kind of like, people just laugh at that, and they just make fun of that, and that kind of like, and I've lost a lot of people.
It's not just you. I
can assure you, everybody else here
across those people as well. Even my own close friends, that we school together. We went to the same school together. They did the same, but I never go back to them. I think out of 5 of them, they were in UK here. 2 actually came back to me. I'm telling you. So when you tell them once, don't repeat yourself. Don't go back to them. I don't do that. It is my policy. Once I tell you about ONPASSIVE and you are not listening, you don't want to take action, that very day, you will not hear from me anymore until you come back to me. That is it, because I believe I'm a winner. I don't need anybody to win in ONPASSIVE. So I'm just telling you what you need to do. When you tell, this is what to do. You tell your friend, he said no. How can a person become a go-founder with $97? don't worry, leave them, let them go. Don't repeat it. Don't go back to that person. He will come back to you later in future. Mark my word. So you are a winner. Since you are a go-founder, just believe, have that mentality that you are a winner. ONPASSIVE cannot fail you. When you look at the product that ONPASSIVE has built, when you look at the kind of customers that will be coming to ONPASSIVE, it's mind-blowing. The what you will earn is mind-blowing. It's a done deal. So the issue of having people under you or not having people under you, don't let that bother you. You are a winner already, my brother. Thank you.
All right.
Suresh, what I did, I actually made a video and it's on my YouTube channel. A lot of people said to me, how do you get your friends involved? You've got a lot of your own personal friends, and some of them I've been friends with for 30 years, and some of them are on this call tonight. Hi, Tucker. Hi, Andy. And there's lots of people, and a lot of them said no in the beginning. And what I did, and I try and share this with people, is I get back to people because I want them to share in the benefits of ONPASSIVE. But I tell them, I don't need you in the business. I don't need you to come and build a team with me this time. It's not like before, but I'd like you to take a look at it because we've all won and we've all lost in the past. This time, I'd like us to finish on a high. And when people realize that you don't need them, what they realize is they need you. Because I often say to people, people don't join me because I sent them a link for an opportunity. They join me because they were looking for one. And that's the reality. And everyone has a defense mechanism because they think what they're doing now in making money is really good, and they've got to protect that. So it's sometimes a little bit hard for them to understand that what we have is 1,000 times better, and it really is. But the more we say, you need to be in this, you've got to take a look at this, they back away. So when you stop saying that, it's the old thing of if I ring someone, I want something. If they ring me, they want something. So I let people know what I'm doing, but I do say to them, the reason I'm talking to you about this is because I'm a real friend. I'm not just an acquaintance, you know, we're real friends. So all I can suggest is it's time to be a real friend. And my sponsor, Dennis Owens, lovely man. I've known Dennis since 1996, and he's 89 years of age. But Dennis, I wouldn't look at this for 3 months, by the way, Suresh. I didn't jump into this, but I'm so pleased I'm in this now. But Dennis said to me, look, you know, this is something that you're absolutely going to regret if you don't look at this. And by the way, I don't make anything from the $97. And I said, but why not? You should do. He said, because the company gets that, that's going to secure the company's future for us all. And therefore, the penny dropped. Dennis wasn't going to get anything out of me. He didn't want anything out of me. He just wanted to be a true friend and get me in it. And I will always be grateful for Dennis Owens, my sponsor, for that day. And that was I joined on the 29th of December, 2019. Never look back. So all I could say is be a true friend. If you want a copy of that video I made, message me on Facebook or get in touch with me and I'll send it to you, because I've sent it to people in Australia and they said, I sent your video out of my friend's joints. Great. If we get one more person because they can listen to some common sense, we're not looking for a commission. We're looking for a partner. And that's the difference in ONPASSIVE. We don't look for commissions with people. We never talk about money. We can't wait to give the money away. But what we're looking for is a partner that's going to be with us for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Hope that helps.
Yeah, thanks very much. It's really helpful. But, you know, still what I'm really worried about is, you know, ONPASSIVE is actually, there's going to be soft launching very soon. And I'm very worried because I don't have anybody under my team.
Don't worry.
And that makes me really worried. Yeah.
You're worried over nothing. Honestly, we've got the campaigns. As soon as we go into soft launch, we've got a campaign starting. You know, before when we go to main launch, you know, you're gonna have a team. Everybody's gonna have everybody's fretting about trying to find people. It's gonna happen automatically. And you know, stop fretting. You're in it to win it. If you're in ONPASSIVE as a founder, you're gonna win. Simple as that.
Chris, have you something to say there too?
Yeah, same like what Peter's saying, Suresh. A lot of people come into this and they stress out about it. Remember, the most important things in ONPASSIVE is it's all done for you. Okay. I look at it as someone doesn't believe in it. It's not for them, but I promise you, you'll sell them up as a reseller when we launch. But just remember that in soft launch, the company's going to go to work for you. In hard launch, they're really going to go to work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They predict 8 million brand new people a month. That's, what is that, 2 million a week. And you still think you're not going to have 3 people? I want you to think about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that helps me. Thanks very much, Chris.
Okay.
Paul, thank you very much. Paul, can I connect you on your Facebook? I think I'll find you on Facebook, Paul. Thanks very much, everybody.
Yeah, please do. I'm on the leadership council for a reason. I just want to help anybody and anybody. It doesn't matter whether you're in my group or not. We're in the same family, so we can't lose. And I get benefit from everyone else on here. I'm just feeding off you all. So enjoy.
I think that one of the things that struck us, many of us, about 6 or 8 months ago, is the fact that we're no longer worried about what we're going to get, because that's a done deal. It's simple. That's done. It's what are we going to do with what's left over? All of this extra cash is going to, where's it going to go? You got to do something with it. You can't spend it all. So, but it's amazing the mindset change. It's just we're all part of the same team, the same family, and here we've got people from all around the globe. There even someone from Singapore on tonight, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We're part of this massive family. It's fantastic. David Switzer.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Before we go any further, I'm actually going to stop the recording now because it's gone over the hour and 20 minutes. So I'm going to stop the recording, but we'll carry on talking amongst ourselves. Anybody got any questions, obviously carry on. I'm going to have to disappear for a few minutes. So, but, I'll just leave it open. If anybody, if you want to carry on talking, obviously carry on talking.
Okay, David, if you'd like to